Hello, beautiful souls. Let's talk about something deeply transformative, why some of us are born into toxic families, and why, in many ways, this is one of the greatest gifts we could ever receive. You might be asking yourself, oh, why me? Why was I born into such chaos, such pain, such misunderstanding? It's a question many of us have pondered at some point in our lives. The truth, though, may surprise you. The very fact that you were born into a toxic environment might be exactly what you needed to grow and evolve into the person you are becoming. In a world that often tells us that family should be nurturing, supportive, and loving, it can be hard to understand why some of us experience the complete opposite. The toxicity may have shown itself in the form of emotional abuse, neglect, criticism, or simply being surrounded by negativity. But what if I told you that this was not a mistake? What if I told you that the challenges, the pain, the struggles you faced in your family were all part of a greater plan, your soul's plan for evolution and awakening? We often think of toxic families as obstacles or burdens that we must overcome, but they are actually the perfect backdrop for our growth. You see, you were chosen for this path. The people who surrounded you, the ones who caused you pain, did not do so by chance. They were there to help you unlock your own power. Your soul chose to enter a family where these challenges would help you grow stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with your true self. It is through adversity that we often discover the depths of our inner strength. When we are pushed to the edge, we begin to understand that we are capable of far more than we ever imagined. Being born into a toxic family forces us to look inward for validation, for love, and for guidance. We stop depending on external sources of approval and start to realize that everything we need is already within us. In a way, it's like being thrown into the fire so that we can emerge as pure gold. The struggles you endured were never meant to break you, though it may have felt that way at times. They were meant to shape you, to teach you, and to show you who you truly are. You are not defined by the circumstances of your birth or the people who raised you. You are the result of your own choices, your own resilience, and your own ability to rise above the negativity. When you were born into a toxic family, you were given a unique opportunity to break generational cycles. Many families pass down patterns of behavior, thinking, and emotional responses that get repeated over and over. These patterns may include fear, guilt, shame, and anger, but because of your journey, you are the one who can choose to stop the cycle. You don't have to continue the toxic patterns that were handed down to you. You have the power to break free from them and create a new path, one filled with love, compassion, and peace. But that doesn't mean it's always easy. It takes great courage to break away from old patterns. It takes strength to heal from the wounds of your past. But you are capable of doing this. You have always been capable of this. That's why you were chosen for this path in the first place. The idea of being chosen doesn't mean that you were picked because you were better or more deserving than anyone else. It means that your soul knew exactly what it needed in order to grow. Sometimes the lessons we need to learn can only be found in the toughest circumstances. And when we face these challenges head on, we discover that we are far more resilient than we ever thought possible. Many people who were born into toxic families struggle with feelings of unworthiness or not being enough. But that's not the truth of who you are. You were born worthy. You were born enough. It's just that the toxicity around you made it harder to see that truth. You may have internalized negative beliefs about yourself, believing that you were unlovable or destined for failure. But those beliefs are lies, and it's time to let them go. The love and worth you seek are already inside you, just waiting to be recognized. One of the greatest gifts of being born into a toxic family is the opportunity to heal. This healing doesn't just happen on a surface level. It's a deep, transformative healing that can shift the entire course of your life. When you heal, you begin to shift your entire energy field, and the energy you send out into the world changes. You stop attracting negativity and start attracting love, joy, and abundance. You become a magnet for the things you truly desire because you are healing from the inside out. But healing is not something that happens overnight. It's a process, one that requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to let go of the past. It requires you to look at the wounds you've carried and acknowledge them, and then it requires you to make the choice to release them, to stop allowing them to control your life. Healing is a choice, and it's a choice that only you can make for yourself. As you heal, you start to see the world through new eyes. You realize that you no longer have to live in the shadows of your past. You no longer have to let the pain of your childhood define you. You are free to create a life of love, peace, and joy. And most importantly, you are free to create a life that is aligned with your true self. It's important to note that the process of healing and transformation takes time. There may be days when you feel like you're not making any progress, but that doesn't mean you aren't. Healing is not linear. Some days you may take 2 steps forward, and other days you may take 1 step back. But every step you take brings you closer to the person you were always meant to be. And as you continue on this path, you will find that the very things that once seemed like burdens become your greatest strengths. You may also find that as you heal, your relationships with others begin to shift. When you start to heal yourself, you naturally begin to attract healthier relationships into your life. The toxic relationships that once drained you may start to fall away, and you'll find yourself surrounded by people who support, love, and uplift you. This is a natural part of the healing process. As you change, your world changes. But let's be real for a moment. The healing process isn't always easy. It requires you to face uncomfortable truths, to feel the emotions you've been avoiding, and to step outside of your comfort zone. But these challenges are not here to break you. They are here to strengthen you. They are here to show you how powerful you truly are. So if you find yourself wondering why you were born into a toxic family, know this: it was no accident. You were chosen for this path because you are strong enough to handle it. You are capable of healing, transforming, and breaking free from the patterns of your past, and you have the power to create a life filled with love, peace, and joy. The gift you have been given is the ability to rise above your circumstances, to heal from your past, and to create the life you deserve. So take this moment to honor yourself. Honor the strength it took to survive, and honor the incredible power within you to heal and grow. You are not defined by your past. You are the creator of your future. Now is the time to step into your power, to heal, and to live the life you were always meant to live. The gift of being born into a toxic family is not just about survival. It's about transformation. And you are on the path to becoming the highest version of yourself.